Hello everyone, Luke Taylor here for another album review, and today's album is 2017 Repose. Now Repose is a sort of alt metal, hard rock, metal supergroup kind of thing from Tacoma, Washington, you know, South Sound, so to speak. And it is composed of some pretty heavyweight YouTubers, including Jared Dines and Ryan Fluff Bruce. So it's a very interesting album, I must say, because there was an EP before this, Sleep City EP. This is the album, of course, a self-titled album. And I must say that what's really interesting about this, before you get into the review and just listen to me talk about it, is that this band doesn't exist anymore. And that's what I kind of feel when I'm listening to it, and when I listened to it in the past, was there's just a lot of different creative energy going on, and maybe some different styles, and different things that were done, such as some of the riffs and the guitar tones, and then the drumming, and like you could tell was really technically well executed, but there wasn't the harmony of the band that you can feel in some other bands, maybe of this style, such as like Breaking Benjamin, bands like that. And I know they're trying to do a lot of different things, because you have some really creative dudes getting together and making some music. So the fact that this isn't a band anymore is really telling in the music, I think. I think The Cycle is my favorite song, and that's where I think like the energy really coalesced, and like the songwriting really got there for me. And not to say that this is not a bad album or not a good album. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff on here, but it's just kind of all over the place for me. I don't feel like a strong concept, and I think there's a lot of different creative juices going on here, and there's a lot going on in Retrospect. There's a lot going on, and it's really interesting that this isn't a band anymore. So Jared Dines is actually playing drums on here, and he's an awesome drummer. Does a really great job. The drumming is really crisp and clear, very articulate, and really nice. There's some songs that have a really good pocket. I know he was showing off his chops, which are awesome, but I do wish some of these songs with some of these cool riffs had a more heavy 4/4 pocket, almost like you see in Distance Over Time, where they have some ridiculously cool riffs in the new Dream Theater album, Distance Over Time. And Mike Mangini is obviously one of the greatest drummers on the planet, but sometimes he's just sitting back there with a nice heavy 4/4, and no fancy footwork on the double bass drum or anything. But that's just to taste. And there are some sweet guitar riffs. I think the thing that's out of place is the singing, and when it's really aggressive and really heavy screaming, and the band's just going for it, that's, I think, when they're at their best. And if the album had been more like that, and the songwriting had been more like that, I think it would have been more successful, because it does blend, almost like a post-grunge thing, it does blend the clean soft and then the heavy dynamic. And obviously wanting to write very singable choruses for crowds and stuff, but just the heavy all-out assault, I think that's where I feel the most emotion, and where I feel the strength of the band. I will say, so when this band toured last, Jared Dines was actually playing guitar, so there was another drummer, and then one of the guys who played guitar on here, Tony Cappocchi, he was singing. And I think that's just another thing to show how this is just almost like a super group of YouTubers in a way, and that's a very cool thing. I really support that. But this band is no more, and I know the new band is called Dragged Under, and I have not heard the new single. I know there's a new single out there. I haven't heard it yet, but I'm interested to hear about it and talk about it with you guys. Yeah, I know it's a lot to talk about. If you know their YouTube channels, you know they're really into gear and, of course, entertainment. And I know this is a very serious effort for them, and something that really means a lot to them. And so I just want to say the best things about it that I could. My rating, bronze. So are you a fan of Repose? Do you actually have the digipack like I do? Have you heard Dragged Under? Have you heard the new band? Do you follow Jared Dines, or do you follow Fluff's channel? Please let me know in the comments below. Please let me know what you think of this music, and if you heard it before, if you're interested for the new stuff as well. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Take care. See you later.